We fed up for all your life. You could do much better. Kaiso, food prices going up too high. I's a madman. We can buy rice or flour. Don't the chicken gone up, peas gone up, sausage gone up, cheese gone up. It's everything gone up. I's a madman. Kaiso. To talk about the crime situation now is a problem. Too much of rape, murders and robbery, how they gas up them. I see you talk and you talk out we brain. With a set of lies, while the country going down the drain. Them don't care about nobody. Wants to fix the finance, big shot friends and family. So the whole of the country wants you now to stop lying. Cause the next election is a new party we voting. Like you forget your people once you in power and you're moving evil. You had the whole place so.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host. What is happening on Sid Marathon? Absolutely nothing, because our members of parliament are in the Netherlands for the IPCO, the Inter-Parliamentary Kingdoms meetings. The 4 islands are up in the Netherlands, and they are going to talk business, I guess. So yes, about 9 members of parliament are not present. I think it's a delegation of 10 or 9. Either way, majority of our parliament went to the Netherlands today to do what they need to do. And of course, the question is, what happens to Sid Marathon right now? Absolutely nothing, because we continue to not be a real place. Why I say that is because I heard that the Princess Juliana International Airport, SXM Airport, is doing it again. They are in the news, and this time it is one of the most surprising things ever. So they, of course, realistically speaking, decided that the date of 2023 for the departure hall to be finished, or at least close to finish, is no longer attainable. So they moved it again. And I think you need to understand what is happening. Because Irma happened since 5 years ago. Just 5 years ago, we had Irma. And for the past 5 years, we haven't done an ounce, or we haven't done close to anything for us to be finishing. We were in tents, and then after the tent, we went into the temporary building, the front part, and it was a whole hoopla, like the Prime Minister would say, right? So you would think that everything is kosher, everything is fine, and we should just be going on the up and up. No. According to my sources, the project management team at the Princess Juliana International Airport decided to, sooner than later, get everybody out of the building, out of the departure hall, the arrival hall what we have now, out of the building, and put them back into tents so that they can work faster on the airport. I kid you not. I wish this was a joke, because I want to laugh. The airport, after 5 years, we hired Ballast Nadam because the Dutch made sure we had Dutch companies inside of the building rebuilding our airport. And these architects, these people, come with a plan to get the concessionaires, the airlines, outside back into a tent and the building will be then worked on properly. I want to know who those jackasses is at the project management team. And speaking about jackasses, I heard that they have a new senior engineer that they recently hired. Get ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. Claude Chacho Peterson working at the Princess Juliana International Airport. Now he's an engineer. So I should have knocked anything with him being there. But it's just so funny because he was so critical of the airport. Most of the time, he was on radio, he was on television, he was everywhere going like, Andrew, you know, we need to make sure that the airport is done properly and we need to make sure that we get it back going for the people. So, now he's working at the airport and I'm hoping that Chacho, our former member of parliament of the St. Martin Christian Party, can talk some sense into this project management team that are going backwards. Please tell me things. So Chacho, let this be one of my fake news. Please tell me that they are not moving everybody out of the building and we're going back to tents. Because if you want St. Martin to lose, please go ahead and do that. I hope that the government, our Minister of TIAT, or Acting Minister of TIAT, Omar Otley, doesn't allow that craziness to happen. If Ballas Nedam and the project team can't handle the terminal building reconstruction, move and leave somebody else who can handle it do it without disturbing the operations, the fragile operations that we have now at the Princess Juliana International Airport. Let's just call it how it is. So I'm going to split the blame between the government allowing such craziness to happen, if this is indeed so, and the incompetent project team that basically wants to bring us back to 5 years ago, I should say, right after Irma, when we had to get the airport going, so we got tents, and we had to rent the tents. Remember that whole drama? Please say it ain't so. So I hope the government, those who are on island, those who didn't go IPCO, can do something about this situation at the Princess Juliana International Airport, because Brian Mingo, the CEO, continues to disappoint me every single time. No good. Basura. No good. Anyway, let's continue. What else is happening? Oh, how many ministers does it take to cut a ribbon? Yes, that amount of ministers. With the exception of Minister Omar Otley, who is the acting minister of TIAT, I just don't understand why so much ministers had to go to this rebranding of a hotel. And they had to, you swear they built the hotel like we accomplish. Yeah. Let's, for the people. No, it's the same hotel, just a different name. That's it. A company across the world end up buying the company. Hilton now in charge. They changed the sticker, and that's it. But the whole Council of Ministers was there. I don't. Anyway, they need all the good press they can get. I get it. No problem. St. Martin is flourishing. And one of my last topics for today, because it's Friday, so we're going to take it easy, is Mark Mingo bringing the government some serious heat He filed a multi-million-dollar claim against the prosecutor office and the government of St. Martin. Of course, you know, the whole hoopla with Mark Mingo, the former CEO of the harbor. Of course, he was acquitted in his appeal case, and now he wants his shmoney. Yes, he wants his money. He wants his money. Basically, it's called pain and suffering, damages, loss of time, loss of income. I can go on and on. It's just, he want that cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Anyway, he held a press conference today with former prosecutor and the head of the Merck's legal firm, which is Carmex. And yeah, he didn't hold back. It was a very interesting press conference. So here are the highlights.
Not Mingo, but other people are the rotting apples in the basket of the harbor. Now we are here. Now we're here, and the case went in appeal, and Mingo was set free because of the defense by his lawyer. Now we have sit Mr. Mingo here, and I think all of you want to know how he is doing now. Look at him, how he's doing. Talk with him, how he's doing and how he's feeling after years to get totally down in the community, to get totally down in the society and by the harbor, but also by the cruise companies. We have a man from the soul, who was mitigated, cut off his head, and had no chance to exist or no future anymore. I give him now a few minutes the time to tell about how he felt in those days, how his family felt, and afterwards I will tell you how we continue legally.
It's important because I underestimated, because I get a lot of questions from the public, that I've been quiet for the last 5 years. And that's one of the reasons why I'm actually sitting here with Mr. Marks to give an explanation. For me, very important is that I bring stability home for my family. That's one. Number two, I have to move on with my life. It basically also means I need to close part one. And that's why we're sitting here as well with Mr. Marks. I need to close off that era of my life. I've given a lot. I've built the harbor from, let's say, $7 million company to a $50 million company. That has a value. And I said it before, I just want justice. I want to get what I want, deserve. That's why we're sitting here. I'm a bit emotional, but after 5 years, I expect at least a response from government or the parties who should solve this, to give a little input. There has been some discussions with government, nothing formal. Mr. Marks has sent them a letter on the 19th of August. Today is the 22nd of September, and he got no formal response whatsoever. And that's one of the reasons we're sitting here as well. I hope that suffices or that brings some satisfaction or where I stand. But I think as Mark Mingo, most of the people know, I've been on different shows. Don't be angry with me, media. I had to pick some shows to give a very detailed output. I know the Daily Herald requested that as well. My apologies for that. But for me, I want to move on with my life. And the only way I can move on, Mark Mingo can move on with his life, is to close part one. And that is why we're sitting here. I am pro-settlement, to settle this out of court, just in a closed door like how we're sitting here.
He wants his mula, 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 mula. Ching, 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 ching. Hashtag pay the man. Oh, I know the government must be vexed now by going like, God damn it. Why we had to lose yet another court case? Damn it. We shouldn't have fired him. Sylvia shouldn't have fired him. But she did. So now they got to pay up. Welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. At least one Mingo doing something good in St. Martin. I don't know about the other one. Let's begin.
Are you ready to represent your side as JW3 Jam Where We Want presents Versus Part 2? Who are you rolling with? A head-to-head battle of rhythm, bass, and drive, all in one night, featuring from AXA Anguilla, latest and Exodus HD.
Say it with your chest, oh yes!
And from Sugar City Sing Kicks, none other than Grandmasters. With a round one matchup of St. Martin's very own official band,
The Kingston
versus No Limit.
Impressive.
Plus DJ Big Boss and Maestro versus King Kimbe and Sexer. It all goes down at APS Parking Lot, also known as Tellem's Parking Lot, on Saturday, October 22nd from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Tickets are $15 for early bird, $20 in advance, and more at the gate. Tickets are available via the K-Band app. Picture the studio on the Bush Road and at Van Dorp in Madam Estate. JW3 on Saturday, October 22nd presents Versus Part 2. Who you rolling with?
Flawless victory.